so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
Join the movement. Listen to The Tori Lowe Show on 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, the locally owned Good Karma brand station. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tori? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tori Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tori, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering, where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. And I'm here for the action.
And nothing but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How y'all doing out there in Radio Land? How y'all doing in the chat? We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Salute to everybody joining the show this Wednesday, January 28, 2026. We got another interesting show today. Who we got in the chat? SC, Jeff, Cyber King Mike in the chat. Josh, salute Josh. How you doing, Josh? Sir Chance, what up? I'll say this, and I've been on this tangent. Zeta Shade just joined the chat, and Sincere Ronnie Ray Real in the chat. I've been trying to get everybody to understand that if we're going to move into 2026, we got to have at least this one thing in mind. Stop practicing getting into arguments with people. And I know it sounds like it's impossible to some, but if we can just do that, we'll be all right. Because I think that many times we'll get into an argument and these petty arguments escalate into something else. So I figure, okay, however you can, I'm gonna push this all the way until probably April. I'm gonna be harping on this. Hopefully we can get it installed early, but just refuse to argue with people. Talk to them, and if they start getting the high blood pressure, just cut it off. All right, well, shut it down. And what I realized? Some people been performing below grade average since elementary school. Some people been performing below grade average for a long time. And now you arguing, trying to get them to understand what you said. Some of y'all need to check these people GPAs and stuff from high school. It give you an indication what you're dealing with. Some folks couldn't get above grade average. The grade average, it was underperforming. And now they grown, and now they in your face with the high blood pressure. So let's regroup, rethink, and reshape Truth Nation, because this is very important advice. some people, they weren't functioning on a high level with the comprehension the whole time. You can't see that. They just in your face. And now you dealing with it. But back in high school, back in elementary school, they was the ones that was causing the disruption in class. They was the ones that the teacher was trying to send to time out. They wasn't functioning well back then, but now they not functioning well right now because and they around you, and you trying to take them at face value. This is why you got to stop. You got to pull back. You got to realize this is what they've always been. This is just who they is. And you're trying to believe or look at the potential, and you're trying to see greatness. Well, all you got to do is go back and pull them test scores from high school. Because you ain't even got to go to college. You just pull a high school transcript, and you can see that they was in detention half of the time. They was acting crazy. They was on a suspension list. They didn't have perfect attendance. They weren't participating like that. Now they in your face. Okay. I'm trying to talk to y'all today where y'all can understand. Some people just don't know how to sit down, relax, do some research, do their homework, and understand that you can rise above grade level if you just take a little time to reset yourself and study and understand what's going on. You can get out of that mind state when you're ready, but some people still acting like they in high school. I remember somebody used to say, "Man, y'all acting like y'all still in high school." And I used to be like, yeah, you know, they haven't grown up. But then I realized that you got to control you. You got to be in control of some of your actions and actually be aware that when people confront you and it's a negative vibration, that you have to only control you, and you have to know, I'm not dealing with this. You always got to premeditated that I'm not going to deal with anything like this. And then you start preparing yourself and working on how to get out or away from these situations. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the homicide rate was up 8%. Most of these people knew each other. Most of these people were familiar with each other. All of that domestic stuff, domestic violence on the right, these people said that they loved each other at one point. Understand what I'm saying? This is where we at right now. And once you start recognizing that sometimes it be the people around you that may cause you harm in the long run if they have the negative vibration. That's all I'm saying. Josh in the chat says some of these people not smart as they look. They just arguing to cover up that they don't know. Some people argue just to argue. Don't waste your time or energy on these bots. And look, I'm gonna try to give y'all a heads up going into this year. Just keep it across the board. I don't practice arguing with people. Let's just do that. You can discuss. You can talk about it, and then the minute you see the high blood pressure, you gotta pull out. This conversation ain't even worth it. Now you got the high blood pressure. I'm finna go. That's all. It's keep it simple and understand that you don't want to become a statistic this year. A statistic of violence in no way, shape, or form. And if we can get that part together, we'll be one step closer to a better outcome. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to get into the show, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
And that's Tori Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke. All your favorite interviews and best moments live in one place.
I love your perspective, Sherwin.
Thank you.
You do a great job. You do a great job. I downloaded the app so I can listen to you in the evening sometimes because you make a great difference in how you present things in many ways, politically, socially, financially. You do a great job.
Download the new 1017 The Truth app now. Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 The Truth.
Life isn't a single moment. It's a shared ribbon that bends through the years. It binds us to the things and people we love most. One insurance company knows this because they live it. For 100 years, we've been with your family for the moments that matter most. Erie Insurance.
Find a local agent at erieinsurance.com.
Here's to a Wisconsin winter you will always remember. To playing outdoors in a winter wonderland. Here's to cozying up around the fire and holding someone close. And to staying downtown, where the food scene makes your heart sing. And to celebrating moments frozen in time. Here's to those who Wisconsin. Plan your winter getaway at travelwisconsin.com. Sponsored by Travel Wisconsin.
Day one, diagnosis day, the hardest day, the day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day one is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day one.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
This is the Tori Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Pick a side, it's our time, the time to act is now. So best believe it's going down from MLK to Midtown.
1017 The Truth. Tori Lowe. We got some talk to text. Responding to the no argument clause that I'm trying to implement. 5027 says, Tori, that's brilliant. I'm going to start practicing that now, today. No arguing. What you say, old fools used to be young fools. 7435 says, YOLO, some great advice my father gave me was just because you're invited to a fight party doesn't mean you have to go. Okay. I mean, it sounds like it's common sense. But sometimes it takes a little work to apply. Sometimes it takes just a little bit of elbow grease, and you may get it. You may have it in the next 3 months. You gotta stay focused on it. West Virginia woman is accused of plotting to assassinate Trump. And this is where I don't understand. Why would you wake up and see? That's because you've been brainwashed by the mainstream media. And you know, now your life is down the drain. West Virginia, what's going on? Woman accused of plotting to assassinate Trump. We got some audio and video on this if you're listening and watching as we broadcast live. Let's listen.
Jackson County Sheriff's Office says 39-year-old Morgan Morrow was arrested Sunday after an investigation found statements made on the internet linked to her, suggesting a plot to assassinate Trump. That TikTok post included the phrase, quote, Surely a sniper with a terminal illness can't be a big ask out of $343 million. Sheriff Ross Mellinger says threatening comments of that nature were found on multiple online platforms. He says social media only amplifies this type of intolerable violence.
When you saddle up on the horse of stupidity, you have to be prepared for the ride that follows, and that's kind of where we're at with it. It clearly crossed the line, and we're just trying to do our part and making sure that it's not acted upon and there's no one that's following her footsteps to try to carry out the plan.
According to a criminal complaint, Morrow, who was a librarian at the Jackson County Public Library, did admit to posting the statement and intending to threaten Trump, but said she wasn't planning to personally carry out anything. Morrow was formally charged with the felony of making terroristic threats and transported to South Central Regional Jail. Her bond has been set at $75,000.
Wow. All right. Well, I'll say this. I don't think she had the means. She didn't look like the type of person that could pull off an assassination. If you look at the picture, pull the picture back up. Look, this is what happens when you get botted out. And then you emotionally react, and then you about to face felony charges on a federal level, and you make a terroristic threat, And if this was the case, it's a lot of people that could be going to jail. I don't know why they looked at her situation as a threat. Look at this person. Somebody, if you watch this rebroadcast, like this woman ain't finna do nothing to nobody. This woman was acting impulsively, and this is why I try to tell y'all, stop getting hyped up and tricked out y'all spot when y'all watch a lot of this commotion going on, these mainstream topics, whether it's Donkey Gang or Elephant Gang, and then you think you got the freedom to get online and say stuff. And it's a lot of people that could have been arrested for making threatening ideas against people or presidents. I just wonder why they got her, because she looked like she can't go up a flight of stairs without almost losing her life. I'm just saying. Damn. She was just in the space where she just felt like she had to say something or do something. And voila, now she's $75,000 fine. It ain't even what all these fines that people are getting from being geeked up and hyped up with these emotional impulses when it comes to the political atmosphere. Try to put your energy on something that you can control, like things that are going on around you and in your local government and in the state ideas. You can really go up there to the local government, to the Common Council meeting, and you can have a voice. You can start working on a local level. Then you can go to a state level, to the capital, where you from, wherever you digesting the show from. We in Wisconsin. You can go to Madison, and you can find something that you can take a stance on and really make a real difference. All that stuff that y'all posting on the internet, all of the, going back and forth in the comments, it's not going to do nothing. It's not going to change nothing, because that ain't even the right spot to even make the change. That ain't even the right spot. You could be putting that energy where it could be applied and something can happen. That's why I tell y'all, listen to the Tory Lowe Show. If y'all really want to do something, look at the call to actions that we have on the show and write them down. And at the end of the year, look how many families you done helped, where you can see where your energy went. Because all this posting online, all this Twitter fingers and people arguing and talking tough online, that's just entertainment. It ain't even real. It ain't even real. Half of the people that do all that stuff, they don't do nothing. They just trying to get clicks, get likes. It's not real. When you could go down to City Hall, it's elders out here without no heat. You can go use your Facebook and your energy to really help some real people. That's why I don't believe all that stuff. That's why I don't respond to all that extra on social media, because it's fake. If you want to show me something, show up at some of these ideas where the elderly is suffering and use your social media for that. Do something powerful with your time. Stop wasting everybody else's time. That's it. It's simple. It ain't even rocket science. I want to stay over in Minnesota, where the representative Omar was at a town hall meeting. She is from the Somali community in Minnesota. I guess a man was tackled after trying to spray a substance on her. We got some audio on this. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. We got video. Let's listen.
ICE could not be reformed. It could not be rehabilitated. We must abolish ICE for good. And DHS Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment. I don't know.
Oh, wow. He tried to squirt something on her.
I need a napkin to know nothing.
Through like some kind of needle. But okay, this is the interesting part. They're saying that her net worth went from like 40,000 to 60,000 like 1 year. Then the next year, her net worth was like 30 to $45 million in 1 year. But it's $9 billion worth of fraud going on over there. Like, look, if I got a friend and he was begging me for quarters 1 year, and then the next year he driving in a Lambo, I'm gonna think he went out and scammed somebody.
She allegedly has a rich husband, Tori.
Okay, she allegedly has this rich husband, and if you check his background, he was involved in some scamming. Okay, so just because you're rich, that don't mean that it was legit. That's all I'm saying. She can have a rich husband. Nobody's against that. But what I'm saying is, if you check the background, it's a federal, I think it was like some type of federal investigation on one of their organizations. Okay, so when you talk about politicians and going from rags to riches, their salary don't even be that much. A political salary, you could probably get in Milwaukee. It could get up to $400,000 with the superintendent. The chief making $200 or something. You can get some money. But in the millions, $170,000. Yeah, you can make some money. But you ain't in the $45 million category. That's all I'm saying. I mean, some of these folks living high off the hog, and I'm wondering where the extra money coming from. But in Minnesota, there is a fraud investigation going on all over the place. Fraud all over the place, and particularly the Somali community. And you don't get to hear about it because the headlines is always talking about ICE. But when you start looking at these figureheads and these people, you don't get to hear where they have an increase in wealth. So where did that come from? Andrew said that she got a wife. I mean, that she got a husband.
Rich husband, yeah.
A rich husband. And if you look up the husband, you'll see what I'm talking about.
$25 million capital venture firm.
Okay. I don't care what nobody's saying. I'm just saying when you look into the backgrounds, you can see extra. That's all I'm saying. And a lot of y'all for this crap. That's why I know y'all ain't gonna do nothing, because you bought it out. Zay Deshay says, was she about to walk up to dude before they tackled her? She looked like she was about to get active. Oh, before he tackled her. It looked like she confronted him too, like she wanted to fight. I'd fight if I had $45 million too. I'd be there, hey. But look, when we come back, we'll have a Pop Culture Report. We got Nazir Spencer in studio. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tori Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other, leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
Truth Nation, it's time once again to celebrate excellence, passion, and the power of community at the second annual Truth Community Awards, happening Friday, February 20th at Venue 3 inside the 3rd Street Market Hall in downtown Milwaukee. This award show will honor the unsung heroes who show up, give back, and make a positive impact in our community every single day. We are rolling out the red carpet and showing love to those who truly deserve it. Buy your tickets now by visiting 1017thetruthAwards.com. Tickets are just $20, which includes free food and exclusive Truth giveaways. Join the 1017 The Truth team for an unforgettable night of entertainment, inspiration, and community pride at the 2nd Annual Truth Community Awards on Friday, February 20th at Venue 3 in Milwaukee. The Truth Community Awards are sponsored by Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Milwaukee College Prep, Cousin Subs, Venue 3 at the 3rd Street Market Hall, and the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. Former Packers head coach Mike McCarthy signed with the Steelers, a team he's always admired. Coach McCarthy at the podium.
All right, here we go. Thank you, Bart. I think I thought at least be able to get started.
Coach McCarthy says he wants Aaron Rodgers back in Pittsburgh for the next season. The Milwaukee Bucks continue to struggle as they lose to the 76ers 139-122. The team has now lost 7 out of their last 8 games.
Making 19 threes and a timeout coming from Milwaukee's bench. Doc Rivers can only watch and shake his head.
Their next game is in Washington against the Wizards tomorrow at 6 p.m. In college basketball, Marquette was able to get a win against Creighton, winning 86-62. The Badgers play Minnesota again tonight, but this time in Madison. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown team's member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Talking no COD, I'm talking cold concrete, chalk art, mom's on her knees, reputation costs a fee, I paid double for the rush, now my shadow got a shadow and they both of them is plush, I don't text threats, I don't at you, I just park at your curb, let the drum speak in Morse, every note is a verb, they say smoke is just vapor, but this vapor cut throats, I'm the fog at 5 a.m., I'm the figure in your scope, walk soft in the trenches, but the footprint still deep, every step weigh a kilo, every breath costs a key.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We got Nazir Spencer in studio.
I got goons that don't rap.
How you doing, Nas?
Wrap up the work.
Yeah, you know, Tory, not great today. Not great today.
It's not a good day.
It's not a good day. Look.
What's going on?
There's a lot of things going on, Tory Lowe.
Oh, wow.
You know, look, we can dive into a whole bunch of stuff, but one thing that never...
Besides, it's cold outside.
You know, it's cold outside. We're on the brink of a civil war and stuff, but then we got Giannis.
We're on the brink of a civil war?
Yeah,
oh, wow.
Yeah, then we got Giannis. Yeah. Giannis, everybody. The biggest problem in the world right now.
Got his priorities right.
He got his priorities. He put Giannis in the civil war in the same sentence.
We got the biggest issue in the world right now is Giannis.
Giannis.
Man.
I seen this. ESPN.
It's coming true, man. My
They
worst
said
nightmare.
that Giannis is looking for a new home.
My favorite player in the world outside of Steph Curry.
Oh, wow. Now, check this out. I knew something was funny this year when he moved his whole family to Greece. And everybody overlooked that. Everybody overlooked that. But I was like, nah, I believe that when you make a move like that, you trying to clear just in case it get nasty or, people get upset. You don't want your family around. So coming into the year, he was already ahead of a lot of the extra because now his family is not even in the country.
Yeah, I'm so sick to my stomach this morning, man. Seeing that news drop. And it hurts the most because, he's talking about a few weeks ago, he said he's never going to request a trade. This kind of shows he went behind the doors and said, hey, I'm ready for a new home. I'm ready to leave now.
Well, this is where I say that he gave it a shot to see if the Bucks were going to be competitive this year. He's in his prime. And it seems like the Bucks, if they didn't have Giannis, they'll definitely be in a rebuilding phase. Because all of the pieces from the original championship that he was on have been moved around.
Just Bobby's the only one left.
Bobby is the only one left.
Brother.
But what I'm saying is the team is not there. It's not the same team. And they've been struggling to get something on the floor to complement his talents. In his prime, he gave it a shot.
Nobody want to come to Milwaukee. I don't get it. Nobody want to come here. Even if you got a spectacular player like Giannis, nobody want to come here.
Let me tell you something. I think everything has to do with time, energy, and placement. And when the Bucks had their energy in the right space, they won a title. I mean, you can say nobody don't want to come here, but if you want to win a title and you got one of the best players in the world somewhere, a lot of people will make that sacrifice to come, right? All I'm saying is Giannis is not wrong because I think that he had his time. He had his time in Milwaukee where he stayed. You know how you stay in a relationship a little bit too long?
A little too, yeah.
I think he did. We had a beautiful relationship with him. We amounted a lot of pride. But now, is he staying too long? You don't want to get outside your prime because then if you do that and get hurt, people are going to say he should have left.
Yep, I agree. And
all the headlines going to be opposite. Like, man, he should have left when he had the chance.
Like, he's not the bad guy for wanting to leave. It's just the fact that he said he would never leave. That's the issue that I remember we talked about this earlier in the year. I told you, like, if he comes out and says, I don't want to leave, then you're not leaving. Unless, obviously, free agency hit and you sign with a different team. But if you're getting traded and you say, I'm not going to get traded, I'm never going to request a trade, I mean, then we go sit here and be believing you.
But he wants, this is his home. We gave him a shot.
Yeah.
We built Giannis up. You see how little Giannis was when he first started playing basketball in Milwaukee?
He want to play important games now, Tori. He don't want to play.
Okay, I understand that. And I'm not even against him. I think that he should try to find where he fits, where he got a few years left, maybe 3 or 4 years to win a title. And if the Bucks are not putting pieces around him for that to happen, then I think that it's okay to try to move on and try to make that happen. How many years do you actually think Giannis got left?
He got a few years left.
I'd say 3 to 4 powerful years. You know what I mean?
Powerful years, okay.
3 to 4, like where he banging.
Until like 2030. I think 2031 he'll start to.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, you don't want to spend your time in a team that's rebuilding. You want to be in the action. So I don't know where a team would try to trade for Giannis. Maybe New York, they got some assets. They saying that the Warriors may have some kind of.
They don't got much.
They may, I don't know. It's like where he gonna end up. But I think that I cannot be mad at him.
I'll never be mad at him.
I cannot feel no kind of way because he brought me a chip.
That's what I'm saying. That too. But I got a question though.
Go right ahead. Now, if he hadn't have brought a chip, then I'd be like,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, then
It was like LeBron leaving Cleveland for the first time.
And that would suck, yeah.
And then he came back and won the chip. See, that's why I don't knock LeBron.
Yeah.
Because at first it was a stain on his career.
Yeah.
He couldn't do it in Cleveland.
Came back and
then he came back.
Just got Kyrie, that's why.
Regardless of how he did it, he
Right.
got a chip in Cleveland.
True.
Okay, so he good with me. After he got that chip in Cleveland, I don't like LeBron. I'm not a big LeBron's fan.
Yeah.
But I understand when you have a stain on your life that, people are going to always question, he erased that.
Yeah.
You don't even hear them talk about Cleveland no more.
It's
So
tough.
Giannis brought us a title.
We ain't gonna say
That's
that
the best. That's the best he could have done.
Can't bring multiple chips to Milwaukee. It's gonna be kind of.
They not putting them. You got to put pieces around somebody to bring multiple.
Yeah. Real quick though, if you was an NBA player, say you was Torrey Lowe number 34 on the court for the Bucks, and you ready to get out of here, where you going?
Where would I want to go?
Yes. Give me a top 3 destinations right now.
I wouldn't. I would try to go somewhere where I feel like it was competitive and. You ain't
got no team? No team that you think
maybe
Giannis
New
might get
York.
to? New York? Okay. What about Miami?
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know. They don't have a D Wade over there.
They got a coach still. They got Eric Spoelstra, best coach in the league, maybe sometime. I don't know. Sometime.
I think that story already been played.
Okay.
Now hold on. Now if he go to New York and he win a title in New York,
oh wow.
New York, I don't even think they even won a title. Have they ever won? I don't think so.
Maybe in the 90s.
Have New York Knicks do New York?
The Knicks won 2 titles in the 70s.
Yeah.
Okay, in the 70s, back in the 70s. Okay, in my lifetime, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Okay, what I'm saying is if Giannis can pull it off in New York, he'll be
idolized.
Big news right there.
I think people want to see him and Wemby get together on the team.
Oh.
Or the Thunder.
Oh, if him and Wemby can get together, that might be the Twin Tower. That might be powerful right there.
That'd be too powerful. Break the league a little bit.
I like that idea too. San Antonio, I like that.
Or Oklahoma City, because they got all the picks in the world. They got all the picks. They can really break the league right now if they wanted to.
Well, if he goes over to OKC.
With SGA and,
that's going to be crazy.
That's Twin Towers too. They got Chet.
And they got extra capital to.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
they got players on the bench that are lottery picks that haven't played yet, so they can. I'm telling you, the Thunder could break the league right now, with trading for Giannis.
Give me Wemby.
Now, Wemby and Giannis sounds a little bit nicer. Okay, I won't lie. I would love to see Giannis play with Steph Curry. That's my dream. But they don't have anything.
If Giannis goes over to OKC, he may be the oldest person on the team.
No, he will be.
Okay, so he got a bunch of young players that could be back to back to back. That could.
Oh man,
that could go.
That could be a dynasty.
That could be a dynasty.
That could be nasty. If he stays healthy.
Yeah.
Playing the. Oh man, now, look. I'm not giving you ideas, Giannis, because I don't know if you listen to this or not, but hey, I'm not giving you ideas. Don't go nowhere. I'm just saying.
I'll say this. If he does go anywhere, if he leaves Milwaukee, I'm going to hope that the best of luck for him.
Oh, me too.
I'm going to wish him the best. I'm not going to feel no kind of way.
Still be a fan.
I'm going to feel like he gave us the best he could, and he stuck around as long as he could. And in spite of the roller coaster years, these last couple years, even this year, he still was trying to hold on. It was like breaking up with somebody. You like, man, maybe we should try to give it one more last shot. I believe he had that kind of mentality this year. Like he came back and played after he got injured. He came back, got injured again. Bucks have been losing 7 games in a row. They 12th in the 12th slot.
So, yeah, I'm hearing that.
Sometimes you got to hear the writing on the wall. Sometimes you got to see the writing on the wall.
Yeah, you got to. And look, that's the thing too. I mean, being in that locker room right now probably sucks. I'm not gonna lie, because you the best player you came here to play with, Miles Turner, guy came here just to play with Giannis. Now he went out. He don't want to play with Miles because you know what I'm saying.
I would like to see him play with Curry though.
That's what I'm saying. I would love to see. That's my dream. My favorite 2 players ever playing together.
I would love to see that.
Man,
that would be crazy.
I don't know if that win anything, but it'd be nice.
They might pull something off.
It could, but they need a little foundation. Draymond might be out of there if he.
Well, Draymond is just an enforcer at this point.
Right.
He just gonna elbow you when you come to the rim and let you know you're not gonna get an easy,
you foul me.
Easy bucket. Right.
Yeah, exactly. Foul me, it better be worth it. type of player.
Well, look, when we come back, we'll have more Pop Culture Report. We got Nazir Spencer in studio. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Milwaukee Black Talk.
You don't want to be there. You don't like the work. You don't like the people. Now, there are some differences. The only difference is modern American slavery and capitalism versus 19th century. We were dramatically more primitive back then. And a slave that is able to buy their freedom is the same as the disaffected, disgruntled worker that is able to buy their way into entrepreneurship, because that for them is freedom.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. This is your Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference Basketball weekly update on the new 1017 The Truth.
Two big wins to highlight as we start on the boys' side in the Blue Division. The Golden Meyer Owls went on the road and took down the Milwaukee Reagan Huskies 68-56 behind an unreal performance from their 1-2 punch. Junior forward Chris Reddick was everywhere, posting an absurd double-double with 25 points and 18 rebounds. But somehow that wasn't even the wildest stat line of the night, as senior Caleb Colbert went full video game mode, recording a quadruple-double with 22 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, and 10 steals. And now to the girls on the gold side of the division, as the Milwaukee Hamilton Wildcats dominated on the road Tuesday night at Carmen Northwest, cruising to a 62-35 win. Junior Josiah Collins led the charge, finishing with a strong double-double of 25 points and 10 rebounds.
This has been your Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference Basketball weekly update. MPS proud and MPS strong.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered. With fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel, Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
After an accident, don't wait to get the help you need. Call Gruber Law Offices first. There is no fee until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's Mr. Lowe. Hey, could the people's champ, the life of the party, you know I get it jumping. Yeah. You know I'm in the field, you know I'm in the field. Everywhere you go, I'm there, baby, and that's real. You know I'm in the field, you know I'm in the field.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Nazir Spencer. I don't even know if we should even.
I don't know. How do I start this
I
off?
thought this was over with. This next story.
Oh, man. So you know Bill Cosby.
Right.
Everybody know Bill Cosby.
He just got out of a situation.
Now I guess
where
he's back in it.
he was arrested and he got out of it. He'd been kind of laying low.
I guess. We're getting a little older now, so I think the truth's starting to spill out a little bit more.
Here we go.
So just for everyone that does not know what I'm talking about, Bill Cosby admitted under oath he refilled a recreational prescription for Quaaludes he got from a gynecologist at a poker game 7 times with the intention of giving the pills to women in hopes of having sex with them.
Oh, wow.
And he says he never downed a single pill himself.
Bill Cosby.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Bill Cosby is insane.
What? He just admitted
Bill Cosby.
to getting pills.
Ain't no more Bill.
Quaaludes.
What is a Quaalude? You know
That's
what,
what
Quaalude
I mean.
is?
I think it kind of like makes people drowsy.
Oh,
I
man.
never had one of them. I heard about them. But what I'm saying is, why would you get these pills just so you can sleep with women? Like, he was one of the most famous people in the world.
Like, big.
You didn't
big
have
time.
to go through all of that. I mean, see, this is where I say we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, because why would you have that, not have the confidence, and you would need drugs or people using date rape drugs to, engage with women unconsciously? That's a sickness.
He don't got no game, Tory Lowe. Bill Cosby, no game. He had to take the easy way.
He had the pudding pop. The jello pudding pops. I mean, what is going on? I can't believe it. This man was famous worldwide.
People looked up to him, too.
This was the father of this the dad that everybody wanted.
Exactly. Bill Cosby.
And how ironic he was playing a doctor.
Oh, my God. They was telling the truth.
He playing OBGYN on TV?
Wasn't he an OBGYN?
I think he was.
Oh, wow.
So he's a guy at college.
He was telling on himself.
Man, he was. Bill Cosby.
Oh, wow.
Snitch Cosby.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. What?
So wait, let's break this down.
Break it down real quick.
Let's break this down. Because I don't know if he really... This is TMZ.
Oh, yeah. This is TMZ.
This is TMZ. This is on the TMZ site. This just came up.
Like 10 minutes ago just came
Yeah, this just fresh. So if y'all want to look it up, this is something that TMZ has put out there.
I'm like in shock right now. I don't even.
Allegedly, that he was getting the Quaaludes.
But he admitted it. It sounded like in a trial or whatever it was on stand. So it sounded like, oh man, I'm telling you, he getting older. The truth start coming out. Maybe start remembering some things, and maybe things just kind of slip out. Like, yeah, I did that.
All right. All I'm saying is, when you see Hollywood, we get the marketing side. What they market it to us, because they got to sell it.
They got it.
They got to sell it. So everything is marketing. That's why I always tell people, you're seeing the marketing strategy. You're not seeing what's going on behind the scenes or when they get home or, what you're being marketed and what's really going on is two different things.
Exactly.
And you can tell when you watch these biopics that when they show the real life of these artists that's on top of the world, you see disturbing things in their personal life.
Right.
Like when I saw the Aretha Franklin biopic, I almost cried.
Yeah.
Because this the woman that made R.E.S.P.E.C.T.
Man.
And she was getting disrespected the whole time behind the scenes.
I'm telling you.
I'm trying to tell you.
It's this, look, the marketing side of everything is not the way you should go. If you're trying to get famous, don't do these weird things to get famous. It's just not.
All right, check this out.
You know what I'm saying?
Why would Bill Cosby, and in my mind, with all of the... So fame is not what it's cracked up to be. That's what I'm getting to. Because if you got a result or run up on women and say, hey, look, let me slip them this pill... That sound like Jeffrey Dahmer. That sound like
Epstein.
Some weird. That's that weirdo stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why they say never meet your idols.
That's one you should not meet.
Yeah, you don't want to meet Bill Cosby late at night after the set, after they close down the set.
You don't want to be Bill or Bill Cosby. Look, speaking of marketing, Tory Lowe. Look, maybe this isn't marketing. Maybe this is true. I don't know. It's just kind of random. Ray J. 2027 is definitely a wrap for me.
What?
Ray J says,
I heard that Ray J was saying online that he was about to die.
Yeah. He says doctors aren't even sure he'll make it to 2027. The rapper took the social media to directly address his fans after his recent hospitalization, telling them point blank, 2027 is definitely a wrap for me, while waving his hand in front of his throat like he's telling someone to cut the music.
Let me tell you something. Ray J is one of the funniest people online. He knows how to get under people's skin. He's similar to Kanye West.
A little bit, yeah.
He low budget Kanye West.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's a good comparison.
But what I'm saying is he knows how to keep the controversy going and say wild stuff because people are gonna keep clicking on it. Now, what I think this is another. He's trying to drop an album or something.
That's what I'm saying.
He got a project going on. He said that half of his heart is black from all the drinking and all the drugs, and all of these things that he's been doing for a long time. Now, that could be true because Irv Gotti is, passed away from all of the drinking and popping champagne and celebrating and all of that. A lot of those entertainers from the 2000s started dropping like flies because of their, habits. Some of their bad habits, drinking, eating, things like that, whatever they was eating, but at a high level where they could get it every day. They could wake up every day and grab a bottle and do whatever they want. I believe that he could have something going on. The doctor could have told him he had something from that lifestyle, but now he's escalated it to like where he might die. I think that Ray J just knows how to take things and commercialize it.
Now let's be clear here, everybody. Expect an album by Ray J to drop with something to do with a black heart. It might be called Black Heart, Ray J Black Heart. I don't know.
And
if it could be true, it could be sick.
Look, I believe he could be sick.
But we can't expect him.
But I believe until he fall down and he ain't, I believe that he could have got a diagnosis on something. Because for one, he messing with a lot of people.
He is messing with a lot of people.
Okay, so and people understand that you could get infections.
He's going on streams naked and stuff.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, you could get infection if you sleeping with a lot of people. An infection is probably bound to happen. I'm not saying it's that.
Yeah.
But if you drinking every day and you smoking and you sipping lean and all, that can have an effect too. You can have some kind of issues with that. So he probably got some kind of diagnosis, but I don't know if it's to the death.
I knew Ray J was a little weird when he went on Kai Cenat's stream and was like half naked and trying to be funny, and he's a little extreme. You know what I'm saying? He's more extreme than Kanye. You ain't never heard of that? He went on Kai Cenat's stream, and it was just.
He wanted to take a shower.
Yeah, he wanted to take a shower. He was in his undies.
Tell me more why he's more extreme than Kanye.
Oh well, he's just.
I think Ray J is like a low budget Kanye.
He's like he does like things Kanye wouldn't like. I mean, Kanye is crazy, but like Ray J is like weird crazy.
I think that sometimes you can master the art of staying relevant.
Right. Like I think.
And if you ever get into the point where you say no publicity, any publicity is good publicity, no matter if it's bad, good. That people start saying anything just to get clicks.
You know what I'm saying? Ray J is like the master thing. I think Kanye is like just politically like, troublesome. I don't think Ray J cares about politics. He cares about getting those clicks, like you said.
All I'm saying is Ray J stays relevant, not because of music.
Right. Yeah.
His relevancy is not because of music. It's because of the way he can run his mouth.
And Kim K.
And keep attention.
Yeah.
And even the situation with the Kardashian, with Kim K wasn't music driven.
That's what I'm saying.
He knows how to keep controversy swirling and keep his name relevant that way. Even at his verses and when they were singing. Yeah. You can't tell me that didn't sound like no good singing. Like a lot of those singers that was at that verses with your boys, B2K and all of that, Mario was the only one that sounded like he could sing.
Yeah, we went over this one.
I'm just saying.
Some of these singers can't sing, man. I don't know if Ray J. I'm not really a big Ray J.
If I had one wish, I would wish that Ray J could actually sing.
Yeah.
I mean, just. Hopefully,
he can hoot and holler. He can't sing though.
I mean, I wish the best for anybody. I don't wish death on nobody. But he shouldn't be playing like that either.
I agree. If this is a joke, I don't think that's funny. It's kind of shocking because like, what are you dying from? Like, tell us. But he ain't. I
believe that he got a diagnosis, but it hurt him to hear the diagnosis. But then he said, I'm finna go and twist it, take it to that next level with the diagnosis. And now we seeing this whole rant.
He might be going like a little album tour like soon. He might just like go around and like,
I mean, if he's gonna die before 2027,
drop an album.
I'll be detoxing. I'll be somewhere trying to get some herbs. I'll be somewhere trying to get my body detoxed, and I'll be fasting and trying to get rid of them parasites.
Where you want to go?
I would go somewhere where somebody would know how to do the detoxes. I would be there for like 6 months.
Oof.
Yeah, trying to cleanse my system.
Okay. Go back to the homeland.
Yeah, I'd be somewhere in the bushes in the hut.
I don't know about that.
Because it wouldn't be no food around.
Nah, I'd be some food around.
I wouldn't be able to grab no burgers. I'd be somewhere isolated.
Yeah, that's true.
You see, Jesus went into the wilderness.
Oh, man.
I would go somewhere where I couldn't order nothing. You know, I couldn't order.
Survive.
Grub. Yeah, I was just a detox.
Cleanse, survival cleanse.
Hey,
That's
somebody.
what you do.
Hey, look, thank you for the pop culture report.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to open up the lines. Stay locked in.
Milwaukee business owners, this is your moment. Every Friday at 8 a.m., call in to 101.7 The Truth for What the Business Is. Tell us what your business is, where you're located, and one thing you've learned along the way. What the Business is powered by We Energies, delivering the energy that powers local business. Fridays at 8 a.m. on 101.7 The Truth. Fridays at 8 a.m. on 101.7 The Truth.
This is 101.7 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and the time is now, Milwaukee. Truth to Power is your platform, and on my show, our community always has a voice. There is no topic that is off limits, and I always give you my authentic opinions on how I feel, because keeping it real is the only way I know how to get down. Listen to Truth to Power with me, Kyle Wallace, every day from noon to 1 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube at 101.7 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
There are many times I thought, I can't do this. I mean, what parent isn't worried about? What am I not doing right? What am I not doing enough? And then I realized, wait, that's being a parent.
Don't worry about being perfect. I've had around 3 other mother figures in my life, but only one of them has taught me how a mother loves.
The greatest reward for me is he makes me better every day.
I would tell a family considering adopting a teenager that teenager, whoever it is, needs you, and they need what you have to offer.
Taylor's giving me hope. He's our son, and that is what he will always be.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Listen to the man who tells you exactly how he sees it. The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And it's cold out. It's been cold for a while. And this is like bone-chilling cold. I mean, I don't know what's going on with the weather, Andrew, but it's been cold for a little minute now. I'm ready for a break in the cold.
It was above 0 today, so we can't be too sad.
It was above 0. Okay. Well, let's keep on. If y'all, for my prayer warriors, pray that this Arctic blast breaks up here soon. If y'all can throw that up there in the sky, hopefully we can get some warmer weather here soon. But while all this is going on, all last week, all this week, they've been huge. There has been huge discussions about people without heat, people without hot water. We had an elder on the news talking about maybe something tragic got to happen before they make some changes. Hopefully, that's not the case. But I don't want to get off this topic because many times we'll hear, oh, these people without heat, these people are, without hot water. A whole apartment building was vacated because they had no heat and the conditions were severe. And Barada Properties keep coming up in the conversation. And how many units do Barada Property have? 9,000 units or something like that, Andrew?
Yeah, something like that, Tori.
I mean, so a lot of people are starting to say, how is he making all this money, but the tennis is living in the funny? That's crazy. And when I'm looking at this, because I helped with the first lawsuit with the state, with legal aid. I helped with that. I went around, gathered a lot of the residents back then. It took a while for it to get to state. He got fined from the state, I think $1.7 million, and had to make some adjustments. But it seems like we right back where we started. Right back where we started. And I don't want to put all the pressure on Barada because he's one of the ideas that come up in the news. But last year, the city housing, Hackham, was in the news. So let's not forget Hackham. And I haven't heard a peep out of Hackham in recent weeks. But what I'm saying is, are these people recovered from what their injuries were? I got a question for Truth Nation. What should be the penalty for landlords that are operating during this time in severe weather and the tenants are without heat and hot water due to the structure of some of these living units? They saying that, they on the news saying they finna do this, they finna do that, or not even saying, I really don't even know what they even saying they finna do. I just think that they're saying the problem. And we already know it's a problem. I don't need no Martin Luther King speech about nobody having hot water or, heat. We already know that's what's happening. But I haven't heard what the solution was or what the penalty would be. But I want to hold counsel today. I want to know what should be some of the citations. Not Really a City Girl said, withholding of the rent until repairs are. We got that program. We got that with community advocates. Not Really a City Girl. We have the rent abatement to where they can hold the rent back until they fix everything. We got that. I think DHS will fine them if they find some things. If they come, Department of Neighborhood Services will come. If they find something ain't right, they'll penalize them. But it don't seem to be enough. This almost should be criminal. It should be a criminal or a citation, like a $20,000 a day, type penalty, if they don't get it fixed after a certain amount of time, especially during the extreme cold. It should be something to where they got to respond quickly because they don't want this penalty. Because right now, what we got in place don't seem to be bothering nobody. That's all I'm saying. We got some things there. He got fined, but it's not working because here we are right back at zero. Right back where the elders and the disabled and different family ideas, and it's just not black. Some of these slumlords don't have no discrimination. You can get a piece of this slumlord activity too. 833-212-1017. What should happen to slumlords? What would, like, if you had to talk to these elected officials and tell them what you think should happen to these slumlords out here, what do you think would fit? What citation, what decision should take place? I say they should get fined every day, like $20,000 a day. They don't want that. They're going to make sure everything fixed. I think it shouldn't be, because if you do $500, they might like, okay, I'm going to get that back on the rent. When I get your rent, I'm going to go pay this. You know what I mean? You thought you was doing something, but the moment the first come and you give me that check, I'm going to go and pay the fine with this check. You know what I mean? But if it's like a heavy penalty, like $10,000 a day, especially during extreme cold, every day they went in extreme cold without heat, without hot water, it should be like $10,000 a day. That's all I'm saying. We got land on the lines. Alan. Oh, how you doing, Alan?
Hey, how are you doing today, Tori?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm listening to you, and I'm telling you right now, the guy's a slumlord, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They're all over. But the point, what we're missing here is they're in league with the city. The city does not allow this to happen without, there's too much money floating around.
Oh, wow.
Now, right now, we're fighting the same thing by our home.
I agree.
There's a group called Team Management. I'm calling out because it's me doing it. You won't be liable. It's Team Management and a group of white developers named Selsner Orange. What they're doing is supposedly developing a school across the street from our home. This is in a landlocked playground on the north side. Our older woman, I'll call her out too, Andrea Pratt, who came to our home and met with us before this started heating up, agreed. All of a sudden, she changed her mind and quit talking to us.
Oh, wow.
By us, I mean all the neighbors. And we did a recall a bit ago, and we tried to get on the air and talk to you about it. But for some reason, they quit talking to me down there when this was going on.
Really?
A guy on the radio I talked to, Sherwin, he made fun of me. He's like, "Oh, you really doing this now?" And I said, "Yes." So I was on the air. I guess she was listening. When I went downtown, she knew within about a minute that I was in City Hall. But when I did this thing, I knocked on doors. I got myself close to 2,000 signatures. One little white dude walking on the north side of Milwaukee knocking on doors. And I had to give it up because, A, I felt a little bit sorry because I do like her as a person, and B, it just was getting to be a bit much for me, handling my home, my wife, and everything else. I'm not going to get divorced behind these developers. But I've been trying to get a hold of you for a while about this. These guys are dirty, and we got them. I got them dead to rights, them in Hamilton. They told something where they did a rezoning without telling any of us. No notification. I knew about it 1 hour before it happened, and we're still fighting this. Everybody we talk to will talk to us and then go away because it all goes back to downtown. There's way too much money for
Who's the alderman? Who's the alderman you said that? Who's the alderman you said you was talking to?
First one was Hamilton. No show Ashanti Hamilton. He knows me too. See, they wanted to call me racist. That's how the easiest way to shut me up would be, oh, he's just racist. He doesn't want this in his backyard. But me being me, before I even went to a meeting, I walked around with what do you call it, Ty? The thing people sign, a petition, and I got close to 300 signatures, which they never even checked. Hamilton stuck them in his pocket. The developers stuck this stuff in their pocket and just continued to do what they're doing.
What?
3 weeks we had a meeting. Oh, this has been going on. Lack of due process completely, not just to me, to a group of protected people. I mean, all my black neighbors, they fall under the 1967 Civil Rights Act. And we got these guys, but no one will reach out, but yet so now what they're doing, they're actually building, but they have not pulled all their permits. So they're really breaking the law. I don't think they have their money, and I don't think they have all their money either. But no one will talk to me. Greinke won't talk to me. The mayor won't talk to me. They don't know who we are, though. Believe me. But just no. I got an email from somebody. I got into a thing with the city a bit ago. I was in an email chain, and a woman asked one of these developers. I'm going to say my name because I don't care. Said, "What about Alan Beckman?" And they just, well, why would you ask that if I wasn't getting close to something and I wasn't being a thorn in your side? A white developer came, sat on my porch. Now this guy's supposedly doing this for our good. We all own our own homes around. There's one slumlord. He knows who I am too. He keeps his stuff right. Like he told me, "You're going to do this over the lawn?" I said, "Buddy, your lawn looks like everybody else's. Look up and down the block."
Well, somebody in the chat says you're trying to stifle a construction project for affordable housing. What's that? Oh, Andrew Clifty. Oh, well, I guess we'll never know. Wow. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, with more conversation, stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Where's that same devastation? Where's that same anger? Where's that same hurt for other American citizens who lost their lives to guns? When we talk about the loss of life here in America, if all lives matter, y'all got to start acting like all lives matter. I feel bad for any loss of life because it's not fair and it's not right for anybody to take somebody's life. That's not what we're put on this earth to do. I hate the fact that in this country that we live in, that violence is so rampant. Violence is the norm.
Download the new 1017 The Truth app now. Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 The Truth. This is your Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference Basketball Weekly Update on the new 1017 The Truth.
Two big wins to highlight as we start on the boys' side in the blue division. The Golden Meyer Owls went on the road and took down the Milwaukee Reagan Huskies 68-56 behind an unreal performance from their 1-2 punch. Junior forward Chris Reddick was everywhere, posting an absurd double-double with 25 points and 18 rebounds. But somehow that wasn't even the wildest stat line of the night, as senior Caleb Colbert went full video game mode, recording a quadruple-double with 22 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, and 10 steals. And now to the girls on the gold side of the division, as the Milwaukee Hamilton Wildcats dominated on the road Tuesday night at Carmen Northwest, cruising to a 62-35 win. Junior Josiah Collins led the charge, finishing with a strong double-double of 25 points and 10 rebounds.
This has been your Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference Basketball Weekly Update. MPS proud and MPS strong.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Your taste buds are in luck. The Reuben is back at Cousin Subs. Try this classic sub grilled to order just for you. Stacked with corned beef, Wisconsin Swiss cheese, and sauerkraut topped with Thousand Island dressing and served on rye bread. And our delicious mint shake is back. Both the Reuben and mint shake can be ordered via the Cousins app or online for a limited time only. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I'm trying to give you the scoop like I'm McFlurry. Been in about, and it's in a hurry. Open the door for the people. I was trying to show them it's equal. How much you charge for your soul? Yeah, it's truly I know. The world is so cold. Tory Lowe. My soul ain't so. Tory Lowe. Yeah, the world is so cold.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We've been talking about what should be the penalty. We have the attention of the community right now when it comes to these slumlord situations, especially during these freezing times without no heat, without no hot water. But the first coming up, February 1st, they gonna show up to get that money. But a lot of these people living in these units, they're suffering right now. What should the leadership do? What action should the leadership take? What the mayor, what the common council, what should they put on the table? We're going to talk about it right here on the Tory Lowe Show. We got some video of Milwaukee tenants raising alarms about the landlord. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. We got video. Let's listen.
Nearly a dozen viewers have emailed and called the Fox 6 newsroom with a similar concern.
That's how they operate.
Barada Properties owns more than 400 properties in the city, including a 36-unit apartment building where more than 50 people, including kids, were forced to leave due to no heat. That same week, another Barada property without heat had a pipe burst and a ceiling collapsed.
It's real nasty.
Alora Davis used to work for Barada as a property manager. She says she left after 5 months.
There was a lot of things that I saw, and I just couldn't put myself in that category.
Milwaukee city leaders held a press conference Monday to remind tenants of their rights amid the bitter cold. DNS says if it's been more than 24 hours since you contacted your landlord and you haven't heard back, report it to the city. Then a DNS inspector will call you.
We encourage tenants to document their losses, expenses that they've had to pay out because of the lack of heat, because of the landlord's conduct.
Some people tell us they don't want to go on camera, worried they'll get evicted. So far in 2026, Barada Properties LLCs have filed 129 eviction cases. That's more than 13% of all evictions filed in Milwaukee County.
Do not even delay paying your rent, because that can be used against you in eviction.
DNS says landlord retaliation is a crime.
Now, I had to go around and educate a lot of the tenants. I think this was we started doing this back in 2018, where, we was going around collecting information, trying to educate people on their tenants' rights and what they can do. And I was working with legal aid and things like that. But what I'm saying is I've already done all of this. This looked like a rinse and repeat to me. This is something that they're trying to act like something is going to get done. And then, we're going to educate people on their tenants' rights. And people do need to be educated on their tenants' rights and things like that. But the process is extremely slow. I'm freezing right now. My feet froze right now. I'm in the house. I'm an elder. I'm afraid that if I close my eyes and take a nap, I may not wake up because I might be froze to death when I might wake up froze to death. I mean, if that could happen, you know what I mean? Or I may be, in danger for my life in these situations.
We've seen people doing the space heater and the oven on and open and stuff, trying to get some heat.
Right, and that's bad for your health. You could get, carbon monoxide poisoning or something like that in the process trying to do that stuff.
Or burn the place down.
Or burn the house up. You know what I mean? It gets dangerous when you don't have things working right. Now you got to do alternative ideas, and it increases your chance of probably losing everything trying to stay warm. Now, where I feel like would make a change is some type of citation on the landlord. Let's say for every unit that don't have the heat in extreme weather, they get fined $10,000. You know what I mean? It's gotta be. They won't want that to happen. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta worry about them losing all their property if that go on. They gonna go bankrupt. And I don't know if that can technically happen. But if you're buying housing in the community and people are paying their rent and you're not doing your job as a landlord and it's putting them in dangerous conditions, something should happen. I may be a little extreme with the 10,000, but something got to happen. I'll go down to $1,000. Maybe $1,000 a unit per family.
A lot of units, a lot of families.
Nobody tell you to buy all them units where they got no heat.
We were talking about it off air, Tori. It's like it would cost less, I think, just to fix these apartments. Like, fix the apartments, and then you don't have to worry about a $1.7 million lawsuit or one of these other lawsuits that's going to come if somebody dies.
Well, it just seems like it's not working because we already went through that. Like, I'm on the other side of all of this extra. When I hear talk like this, I be like, they ain't got no plan, because that already happened. The state already intervened. Where are the citations, the continuous citations for the lack of improvement? Was that in the resolve? Was that in the resolve? Like, okay, if you continue to have issues like this, we're going to charge you another $1.7 million. You know what I mean? I don't see the continuation of a punishment. I just see a fine was paid and it's back to normal.
Let me ask you, do you think if they put his face on these news stories, it would make a difference?
They put his face out there when he go to the council meeting. When he, we seen his face, his news articles of his face. What I'm saying is, I think that the penalties would work. Like, nobody wants to lose money. Nobody in business wants to lose money. Even if you don't file your taxes, they add interest to it, and next thing you know, it's out of control. Why is that not the same way for these landlords? If they don't put, like, if you got 5 families and 5 units, then they freezing to death. For every day they freezing to death, you should be fined $1,000 or $5,000 or something. I don't believe that that'll continue to happen, to me. Because in order to hit a rich person in their pockets, there's got to be a stiff penalty.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else is, they don't care. They got money. That's nothing to them. It's got to be a significant idea to stop it, especially if it's a lot of complaints. It ain't like the residents are not complaining about it. Are they being heard? Don't stand me up on the news in a press conference and give a big old Martin Luther King speech about me not having no heat. Give some penalties out. Give some punishment out. I want to see lashes. I think I need to see lashes across these slumlords. 10,000 lashes. Hit them in the pocket. Other than that, you're not saying nothing. I don't need, all right, this is where we messed up. I don't need my elected official to be on the news saying the same thing I'm saying. You got the complaint. I don't need you to read my complaint to the community. You the elected official, it's supposed to go to you, and you're supposed to do something about it. You're supposed to get on their scalp. I don't need you to sympathize if you're an elected official. See, y'all just let them do anything.
I don't want your sympathy. I want you to do something.
Yeah, I don't want you on the news talking about you for crying on the news because I'm freezing.
Oh, it's so sad that Tori's cold.
No, we got, no. Go do something and then come and announce the penalty. Don't say what you finna do. You got all these complaints. Come up with a solution and say, if this continues to happen, this is what's going to happen tomorrow. Like, I need something in writing. I need something aggressive because this got to stop. All right, I was going to say something, but I'm going to go to break. I'm going to leave it alone. Hey, look, no. They want you to freeze to death and then go fight ICE. That's what they want you to do. They don't care if you freeze to death. Get out and fight ICE. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more discussion, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tori Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Here's to a Wisconsin winter you will always remember. To playing outdoors in a winter wonderland. Here's to cozying up around the fire and holding someone close. And to staying downtown, where the food scene makes your heart sing. And to celebrating moments frozen in time. Here's to those who Wisconsin. Plan your winter getaway at travelwisconsin.com. Sponsored by Travel Wisconsin.
He's the voice for the people and the community's connection to change.
I caught an Uber in the evening, and my show comes on. The playback is at 6. My show comes on at 6 to 9. The driver was Somalian, and I was just, in the back seat. And so he was listening to my show. And we was talking about what was going on in Minnesota.
What was his take?
No, he liked my show. He liked it. He liked my show. He didn't know it was me, though. He didn't know that the person that was on the radio was in his back seat. So what was funny was I was listening to me and listening to how he was listening to the show. And so I asked him, I said, you like that show? And he was like, oh, yeah, I love that show.
The Tori Lowe Show, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. Live on YouTube and right here on 101.7 The Truth.
Day 1, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day 1 is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. Former Packers head coach Mike McCarthy signed with the Steelers, a team he's always admired. Coach McCarthy at the podium.
All right, here we go. Thank you, Bart. I think I thought at least be able to get started.
Coach McCarthy says he wants Aaron Rodgers back in Pittsburgh for the next season. The Milwaukee Bucks continue to struggle as they lose to the 76ers 139-122. The team has now lost 7 out of their last 8 games.
Make it 19 threes and a timeout coming from Milwaukee's bench. Doc Rivers can only watch and shake his head.
Their next game is in Washington against the Wizards tomorrow at 6 p.m. In college basketball, Marquette was able to get a win against Creighton, winning 86-62. The Badgers play Minnesota again tonight, but this time in Madison. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown team's member FDIC.
This is the Tori Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
When something going on, who you gon' call? Tori Lowe. When something going wrong, who you gon' call? Tori Lowe. When something going on, who you gon' call? Tori Lowe. When something going wrong, who you gon' call? Tori Lowe. Uncle Tori, where the f you been at? I know you hear him calling, that's Tori Lowe. It's a lot going on, you gotta get back. Who else gon' be the one to do? Goddamn. Real life superhero. And they say, when something going on, who you gon' call? Tori Lowe.
101.7 The Truth. Tori Lowe Show. Now, there's a lot of posts about ICE in Milwaukee. And a lot of those posts were deemed fraudulent by organizations that are actually watching ICE here in Milwaukee. And when they come forward, when the agencies that's fighting against ICE come forward and say, okay, some of this might not be true. And activist Von Mays had to go up into Pepper Pot where they serve Jamaican food and things like that. And they were saying that the ICE had ran up into some of these restaurants, and then he went over there, went live, and said, okay, it wasn't true. So it's a lot of people trying to stir up the community, and a lot of the posts about ICE may not be true. Now, ICE is here. And for people, and this is what I say, a lot of y'all, when y'all was in high school, y'all was working below grade level. Y'all was working, y'all cognitive and comprehension skills wasn't that high. That's not the conversation of ICE is here or not. ICE got 2 facilities here. What I'm saying is people are making up ideas to cause people to, stir people up. That's what I'm saying. And it's bad when some of the organizations get on the post, because I made a post. Why are y'all lying about ICE in Milwaukee? Like, why are y'all making these posts? Because if you crying wolf, then something really happens and people not going to know what's going on. So we got to have this conversation now, because what's going on in Minnesota with ICE is not going on in Milwaukee with ICE. And you got to realize it's hyped up in Minnesota because even though ICE is there, it was billions of dollars in fraud going on too. So unless Milwaukee, get a situation where they uncover a group of migrants and people that came over the border undocumented getting billions of dollars, it'll never hit that level that's going on in Minnesota. Understand what I'm saying? But once again, a lot of people functioning below grade level, and they making posts saying stuff, radical ideas, like if it was going on like in Minnesota. So, okay, but we got a news article by WISN, ICE in Milwaukee, rumor versus reality. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. We got video. Let's listen.
During a Milwaukee prayer vigil this week, remembering the 2 lives lost in Minneapolis, an emotional moment at the podium.
In God we trust.
Pastor Patricia Ruiz telling us why Tuesday.
It's very difficult. It was very difficult. I was very emotional. Just before I came in, I was talking to a family, and they were just wrecked. The kids were crying, the parents were crying.
That family of immigrants reacting to social media posts, some now deleted, claiming ICE agents were reserving dozens of hotel rooms in Milwaukee.
We were able to communicate quickly with people that was a false rumor.
Voices de la Frontera saying, quote, there is no community alert at this time.
Because the fear is legitimate, it can spread and create unnecessary panic. And so that's what we don't want to do.
The immigration rights group has set up a statewide hotline for ICE sightings, originally taking upwards of 300 calls a day. That number now closer to 600.
We then reach out to people who've been trained in that region to go to that location to verify if that's true.
They call those trained people verifiers, and right now Voices de la Frontera has more than 1,300 of them, all in an effort to separate rumor from reality.
It is extremely important that people don't alarm other people, because we're living in a very crucial moment where people are afraid of ICE.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, now, if voices say it's something going on, they know. And, like I said, I've done work with a lot of organizations over my years out here, different things going on in the community. I know they do a thorough job at checking the traps. So, and there's some advocates out here that, look around, and there's some people that protest ICE here, the facilities here. So they don't know. When them people start seeing something going on, that's when I know it's real, But to the level of Minnesota, they already out here dealing with the community, but not to the level of what's going on in Minnesota. That's all I'm saying. If you want to make a comment on the show, if you want to talk about any of the topics we discussed, slumlords, what should they get as far as some type of citation? What should be the penalty for them allowing people to be ice cold during this time of year? 833-212-1017. We got Al on the lines. How you doing, Al?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
All right, man. What's going on? 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 What's going on?
I'm doing fine. What I don't understand with the ICE, and they supposed to be taking illegals, and what I find this to be so funny. They keep talking about all these illegals over here, and Biden let these illegals, but they don't talk about the 600,000 whites, Europeans that's over here. It's mighty funny all these people talk about in the spirit of God, they're getting welfare. Well, these whites been effing the welfare system. Do it now, do it good, so clean. I F the welfare system, I'm so mean. But I don't hear none of y'all talk about that. And you got some other whites that's been effing the hell out of welfare system. And I don't hear none of you religious Jesus who say are hypocrites talk about them. And when it comes to Barada properties, you got the free will to move, baby. I don't know why people keep staying in situations that they don't have to stay in. I don't know why people keep saying, well, they might not got money like that. You got money, did 30% to that goddamn church. You don't know how to do self-preservation. Why would you want to stay somewhere? Because God ain't never told you stay somewhere where your feet is cold and you don't got no heat and no running water. It sounds like to me some of these situations people can fix. And if you got a man laying up on you and you still there, it might be a situation you like. Because I ain't staying no goddamn where I can get myself out the situation. When you got free will, you got your health, you can work a part-time job, you can go to community advocate. It's every option out there. But if you decide to sit on the crack of your ass for many years, paying the same sucker who's probably a Republican who know the loophole needs to fix anything, obviously you like it. Obviously you like that struggle. Remember, free will. You have the free will just to pay your rent. You have the free will to get off your ass and find you another place to go. It is not that hard. Have a good day.
I guess you got free will.
I think that's the takeaway.
Hey, I guess you got free will and just get up and leave. I guess that's what the solution is to a lot of these elders and people that are, suffering in this way. I mean, hey, I'll say this. You might got free will, but at the same time, you got to make sure that when you go vote, you use that free will too. That you can get some leadership that can stand up for you in case. Or you can just leave, like Al said. You can bail out. You can just go leave and go to Florida, I guess. Everybody can pack up, move to Florida. You got free will to move, free will to roam around. Or you can get leadership around that can stand up for you in your time of need. You can do that too. You got the free will, I guess. But if you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. Who we got on the lines? We got Big C on the lines. How you doing, Big C?
Hey, how you doing, Tori?
Bless his brother.
Hey, so I just want to say, with Barada Properties, I worked for We Energies. I was a gas emergency responder.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to get tons of calls to his properties. No heat. It's the same story. The tenant calling the office, nobody responding. And we get there, we trying to help the people, because, they suffering, and we help them when we can. A lot of times it helped when, a lot of times I would call the property management, and they would return my calls right away. And then I would follow up with the tenant, and they'll say, yeah, they sent somebody out. But I'll never forget these two young girls that just moved into this 4-bedroom apartment by Barada. Gave them all this money. They called us. I responded to the call because they were smelling gas. Blah blah blah.
Oh wow!
I get there. They toilet is overflowing with feces.
I didn't see this so many times.
Water.
Wow.
Water dripping in the basement. Over the furnace and the water heater, which is putting the pilot lights out, which is causing gas to escape. So
wow.
They said they call the property. They tell them, hey, you got to clean it up yourself. And they we just gave them all this money to to move in here, and now they ain't even helping us. And a lot of times I just threaten them, hey, you don't come fix this, I'm shutting the whole apartment building down.
And then they come over there and try to fix it.
The whole unit. Yeah, then they would come. I mean, it got so bad that our supervisors told us, don't help Barada no more.
Oh, wow.
And, I believe
that's extremely bad.
Report to try to get some of that money back. Yeah, because we was over there constantly.
And people was paying people was paying their bills. They was paying the We Energy bill. They just couldn't use the energy.
Exactly, because, gas leaking, water leaking on top of the water heaters and furnaces. It was just ridiculous. I don't know how this guy is getting away with all of this. I honestly don't.
Well, I appreciate you for tapping in, Big C. That's an eyewitness account of what was going on. Big C said he was there, in a working capacity, and he's telling you what he sees. Sometimes when we listen to people talk, we got to listen to the people that was actually involved, and they'll tell you what they saw and witnessed with their own eyes, to the point where he had to threaten to shut the building down. But then they was ignoring the tenants. But when he called, due to his capacity, his position, they answered the phone for him. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
This is Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, you just won $5,000!
What would you do with $5,000?
That's sweet for a couple months.
Yes!
There you go.
Yes.
That just made me happy.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Can we hold something?
Y'all holler back at y'all.
I got money now.
In a matchup fueled by speed, strength, and school pride. On Wednesday night, get ready for a city conference battle as the Bradley Tech Trojans take on the South Division Cardinals in a matchup fueled by speed, strength, and school pride. Big plays, loud crowds, and city conference bragging rights are on the line. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock.
When the winter chill sets in, Milwaukee turns up the wonder. From January 22nd to February 1st, 2026, Milwaukee Museum Days invites you to unlock the city's cultural treasures at special admission prices, up to 25% off many top attractions. Explore world-class art, local history, hands-on science, and one-of-a-kind Milwaukee experiences. Pair your museum visits with Milwaukee Hotel Month deals for the ultimate winter escape. Learn more at visitmilwaukee.org/museum days.
Hey Journey team, it's me, Coach Erica. Happy New Year. Are you ready? Because the time is now to begin your journey to success. This is your season to level up. Keep striving, keep pushing, and keep doing. No more waiting, no more excuses. Your journey starts today. For more information or to connect with me, visit ericaodomjourney.com. That's ericaodomjourney.com.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with Black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
His life for my sake we'll find it. I've been praying for peace. I've been praying for peace. Tired of fighting these beasts, but they need me in these streets. Yeah. Hey, yo, they killed my dog in front of his mama.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. It was a story that just broke today during the Pop Culture Report that I do want to bring back up. This is TMZ. Bill Cosby, in a recent lawsuit filed by one of his victims, Donna Motsinger, what they're saying is a testimony or under oath. Bill Cosby admitted this under oath that he refilled a recreational prescription for Quaaludes that he got from a gynecologist at a poker game 7 times with the intention of giving the pills to women in hopes of having sex with them. This is in a lawsuit, which I think it's a civil lawsuit by one of the victims. And I wonder, why would he, I said this during the Pop Culture Report, because now this is starting to make its rounds on the internet. Why would Bill Cosby use pills? Like I remember, and I don't want to sound repetitive, but he was on top of the world at one point. I mean, you telling me Bill Cosby don't got charm? He was in movies. He was a Hollywood star. Like, why would you want women to be unconscious? This is just wild to me.
Because he was a sick individual.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way to explain it, in so many words. And I'm sure that this was what was going on. I'm sure this gynecologist, Bill Cosby, wasn't the only one that he was getting false subscriptions to. He said he was doing this. He met this guy at the poker game. So there's other people in the room that he's probably doing this to. They're saying that, and they named the guy. They naming the guy right here. They said that Dr. Amar is a disgraced gynecologist who was Bill Cosby's friend. Dr. Amar. That's wild. Like, and there's other people in Hollywood that was doing this too. And to forward it, I think somebody brought up a point that every generation have their drug of choice. 7435 says, although it's not okay, Quaaludes were a hip party drug in the 60s and 70s. Let's take some ludes. It's no different than this generation's party drug, popping mollies. Imagine what your grandkids' generation will say about you. I never took drugs, I never was the drug person. I mean, I believe that you got to have, some charm, some wit, and be able to talk to people and understand how they feel. And then you can, if you get into that space where you do get intimate, it is what it is. If you don't, it is what it is. But what I'm saying is, for you to be sinister, to take a sinister approach to getting intimate, that's wild. Especially when you got the fame and fortune. Andrew, what you want to say about this?
Well, I was going to say, it's a difference between like using a party drug to party and using a party drug to like date rape people, Tori. Like, that's the thing I don't understand. Like, they're like, well, everybody has their drug of choice. Not to commit assault.
Well, I think there was something called the Spanish Fly or something like that.
Yeah, he used that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Darren Sharper from the Packers is in jail for date rape. You know what I mean? People slipping things into the drinks. They said that at a lot of these Hollywood parties, they would know which bottles not to drink from because these were the bottles that had the little splow in there. And so the girls would come want to get in VIP, and so they would have them drink those bottles.
You almost want to charge like this disgraced doctor with a similar charge that you're just like charging Cosby with.
Because if they know he was prescribing pills to people to Bill Cosby in particular, why isn't he under arrest?
Well, and then you think too, like, okay, giving somebody a party drug versus like you're at a poker game. I guarantee you, Bill Cosby's telling him some of these stories of what he's doing. So you're giving him drugs to do what? You know.
And I when I was coming up, it was a saying that don't leave your drink sitting around.
Yeah.
Like always keep your drink next to you. And every time people go out and they want to go to these parties, and then they have to watch their drink, especially the women, especially if you out having a good time. People trying to, put that little splow in the drink, and next thing you know, they got you, in the back seat of the car. They got you driving to somewhere where you're not even conscious of even being. But this is not just a thing, a Bill Cosby thing. I think that he's now in court with it. But I've heard that this was just how Hollywood was getting down. I mean, Bill Cosby had access to the Playboy Mansion and all of that. So why are you doing this? It's I don't know. I guess the culture. I guess we really don't know what the culture is. Because every time I hear about these women and these victims, it's horrible what they were doing. If you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017, are you afraid to go out and are you in fear of somebody dropping something in your drink? I remember I was watching the Jeffrey Dahmer documentary, and he was putting stuff in people's drinks so they could be, lax so we can kind of take advantage of them.
I was talking to teammates, Tori, at our office, and they were talking about things happening in different bars and stuff.
This is something that could be going on. I don't think it ever stopped. And you got to be careful when you're out partying, especially in a room full of people and you not paying attention. It's crazy right now. We got Eddie on the lines.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
How you doing, Eddie?
Good day, Tori Lowe. How you doing today?
Eddie, have you ever resorted to the pills to get, to try to get some thrills from the pill?
Absolutely not. It would take away the whole
sniffing
purpose.
Paint? I'm just messing with
you. Tori, I want you to listen to this. As a self-admitted narcissist, right, if I were to roofie somebody, well, it's not me landing the girl. It's that she's unconscious because I gave her a drug, and that's no fun, right? I want to be able to land the girl, to convince her, to coax her into digging my world for a minute and a half, let's say, okay? So doing that is no good. It's almost like it's cheating for sure. And where is the ego in it? Where is the ego in it? If you got to drug them, okay? You got to be able to coax them. You got to talk them into it. You got to, I don't want to use the word con, but you've got to influence them Tori, to want to be with you, so it's good for your own ego. That's what I'm saying, Tori.
So you're saying you got to have some charm. So you said, Eddie, you got charm.
I'm saying in my day, I had moxie. I had chutzpah. I had what the brothers call game. I had game, Tori. I was on fleek. I would get into my whip, and I would go to the local tavern, right, and maybe meet a woman, bring her back to my crib.
Here we go.
You hear what I'm saying? Yo, bro, okay. And I want to say something. It's all true. It's all documented. You can ask any of my friends. I think Marty straightened you out as well as another listener one day as to how honest I am about this. I want to say something about this Cosby thing. This woman that he got convicted on said all 13 times Mr. Cosby invited me to his mansion outside of Philadelphia. All 13 times he raped me. If my sister went back to a guy's house who had raped her once, I would question her veracity as a woman and as my sister. 13 times? How does that even happen? How does that even happen all 13 times? Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, I don't, maybe he's roofied some people, but this isn't what he should have been convicted on, okay? I mean, 13 times she's going back to the victimizer. Troy, do you understand what I'm saying? Troy, I'm really giving you some good stuff here. He's cutting me off early. I can hear the music, Tori.
Well, you about to run into the break.
Should I have another minute or two, Tori? We're going to have to talk about that. I'm coming down there. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, Eddie. Hey, look, when we come back, we got callers on the lines. They want to talk about this Bill Cosby situation. And we got more stories to talk about when we get back. Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
Need a way to hype up your day?
This is Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, you just won $5,000!
What would you do with $5,000?
That's great for a couple months.
Yes!
There you go.
Yes.
That just made me happy.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Can we hold something?
Y'all holler back at y'all.
It's homecoming for the Milwaukee Panthers. Tune in Friday night as the Milwaukee Panthers host the Wright State Raiders at the UWM Panther Arena.
Jackson's step back three is good. See Jack buries it. Panthers got to close strong. Kone with a strong move right down Main Street.
Scott Warris has the coverage Friday starting at 6:30 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 7 o'clock.
I slept in a lot of different rooms, different beds, but none of them really felt like mine. I spent 14 years in foster care, mostly in group homes. And I never had much stuff because I always had to be ready to move. Why get things if you just have to let them go?
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a forever family and a permanent home of their own.
Now I have my own room with walls that tell my story. I love hanging out in here. I play dress up with my sisters and I sing and make videos. But the best part, knowing I'll always have a place to go and a family that loves and supports me.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
All of your favorite 1017 The Truth content whenever you want. The Truth app has it all. The Truth is on 1017 and 1510 WGKB Waukesha, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Low, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Low from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Low Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 1017 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Low Show. And TMZ just dropped an article. Bill Cosby admitted to serving women Quaaludes, drugging women to sleep with him. He admitted that this is his poker partner a poker partner, a gynecologist, would give him a prescription that he never took any of the pills. This is what TMZ is saying. The documents say that Dr. Amar, A-M-A-R, is a disgraced gynecologist who was Cosby's friend, and the poker game where Cosby got the Quaalude prescriptions was hosted at Cosby's Los Angeles house prior to 1972, which is significant. So he was having the poker games at his house. Hey, we got Blake on the lines. Blake want to comment on what's going on with Bill Cosby. How you doing, Blake?
I'm blessed, man. Getting ready to get off work. I never thought I had triggers until I get them and have to call in to y'all about this HR stuff, man.
Go right ahead.
Can you say rapist?
Yeah.
That's all I can say. And then my man that just called in, everybody know when you're young, if somebody messes with you, that's molestation. But once you have your dream and you're 13, 14, if you're lucky enough to be with a woman, it's because they like you. We don't have no game. You know, man, I got it the first night, man. I met her and my last nigga, I was in it, man. I'm sorry for saying that anyway, but dude, man, we don't have no game. Women see us and they decide what they gonna do with us 5 minutes after they meet us. So all that calling in, talking about I had my cheese mo and I had swag, and then he talking in slang. Dude, stop calling here talking stupid, man. Bad enough. But on that, and by me having daughters and being the girl dad, I have no respect for dude, and I have no respect for men that take. Right. I'm a receiver. Right. So you wait till it's given. You don't ask for nothing. You don't walk up to him, pull nothing out, none of that. You wait till it's given. And then you take care of the ladies. If you have to give something to somebody, your league and you're a pure rapist because they choose us. Right. Y'all have a good day, man.
That's right. I mean, see, the thing is, we're living in a time where people don't want to put in the effort. You know, they want to find out what's the nearest shortcut. You know, it's like when people want to lose weight, they start looking for alternative ideas other than hitting the gym and going to jog and things like that. They want to, you know, find out if there's a shortcut. You know what I mean? And many times when you talk about romance, intimacy, many times everybody works at their own pace. But when you talk about drugging people or making sure that somebody's not in their right mind for you to operate, that's sinister. That's diabolical. This is where I say, and it's women that drug men too. You know, like this is not just a one-way street. This is a two-way street with this idea. This is a two-way street. But what I'm saying is everybody's looking to gain the advantage over the next person instead of taking the way where it's mutual, where everybody understands what's going on. It's both sides agree and say, okay, this is what I want to do. Like a lot of people don't want to go through that process. I remember Rick Ross got in trouble for talking about he put something in the drink and she didn't even know it. You know, and then he lost his Reebok shoe deal over this. It's somebody who in the chat. I think it's Zay the Shade was in the chat. Men get drugged all the time too. Zay the Shade says, I made a mistake, left my drink unattended at a white bar, and it got spiked. My cousin said they tried to set me up to get arrested for disorderly or DUI. Stupid mistake on my end for leaving this drink, you know, without somebody watching it or him keeping it to himself. If I leave my drink, if I make a mistake and leave my drink sitting somewhere, I'm not coming back to drink it. It's a wrap. I don't care if it's a soda. I don't care if it's a glass of water. I don't care if it's some Kool-Aid. If I decided down and I wasn't watching it, and I'm in a party or I'm somewhere where there's a group of people, a group of strangers, I'm not drinking it. You know, if it's not in my private, where people in my private life, they're supposed to be protecting, they're supposed to be looking out for me. So, but some of y'all got people in y'all private life that might hit y'all with, you know, some extra. You know, if y'all leave a drink unattended. You know, I mean, you got to be careful who you surround yourself with. But this is a serious situation. This is a serious subject, and it's a lot of people that are going through it right now. We got 7435 says, you heard them. You heard the term "spike the punch" before. They do it at the proms. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunately normal. Spanish Fly was advertised in comic books. All I'm saying is, regardless, when you're in public, you gotta be at your all-time. Your awareness got to be at an all-time high. Because you just don't know. You just don't know who's watching. You just don't know who may have something going on mentally. You just don't know. And to see that America's dad, Bill Cosby, the one that everybody loved the Cosby Show. Everybody loved the messaging that he was giving out. A Different World was a spinoff from the Cosby Show. Like, now to find out he was at the poker game getting quaaludes from the gynecologist to target women in the worst way. Back in 1972. Hey. If you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. I want to get into this story right here in the city. MPD changes high-speed chase policy. MPD has made changes to the high-speed chase policy. If you're listening, we got video. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Let's listen.
Think about all the people that died, but we also need to think about the people that have survived.
It was June 8th of 2024 when Tiffany Stark says her daughter's father, Anthony Higgins, was taken from her.
Had a spinal cord injury which paralyzed him from the neck down.
Stark says that injury came after a car fleeing from police slammed into Higgins and eventually killed him.
His last 16 months of life was no life. There was no quality of life.
His death marked one of several chase-related fatalities in 2025, part of the reason why Milwaukee Police is changing its policy surrounding pursuits.
My captains have talked to the community. I've talked to the community.
Starting Friday, February 6th, speed can no longer be the sole factor in an officer's decision to chase a reckless driver. New policy states that there must be another factor in addition to speed, like running stop signs or stoplights or collisions with other cars. MPD presented the change last week at an FPC meeting.
But I do understand the responsibility of what a 4,000-pound vehicle is to our community.
But it was met with some pushback.
When I was reading through the policy, I was thinking to myself, would any of the fatalities from this year not have happened under this policy? And I don't think the answer is yes.
There were 6 crashes from police chases that resulted in the deaths of 9 people last year alone. But that's only fatal crashes. MPD data shows out of 970 pursuits in 2025, 233 ended in crashes last year. As for Stark's take on the policy changes,
I don't feel the changes they made are going to save any lives.
Well, I guess they're going to still be able to chase. I guess. I mean, this wasn't a no chase policy. There have to be other factors to guide the chase, I guess.
I think it's still too confusing.
I just didn't hear where either it's a no chase or we chasing. Because if you leave a gray area, they chasing. They go. It's, I'm going to get you. We gonna figure it out later after this person either crash or we take them in. Like, we going to figure out the repercussions later if it's a gray area. So I'm still trying to figure out, can they chase or not? I guess they put up other factors, but what I'm saying is you can chase. It's just other factors that may kind of, if you, like in the heat of the moment, I don't know if nobody going to really respect those factors. You know what I mean?
Well, every time there's a chase, there ends up to be a tragedy afterwards, Tori. So you almost don't even want to test it, right?
All I'm saying is I was for no chase. But you do know that they got that pilot program. They got that pilot program where they got the drones. I don't know. Somebody, if y'all kind of understand what was going on right there, I mean, let's see if we can make it make sense. We got Tori on the lines. How you doing, Tori?
How you doing today?
Blessings, Queen.
Yeah, blessings, sir. I just wanted to talk on
the whole Bill Cosby roofie thing. I don't know if they talking about like reapproaching charges or anything for the old coon, but rape is rape. You know,
Right.
I want to salute all the bosses that called in and talked about the fact that you don't take anything from anyone. Especially no
True.
vagina for no lady. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you know, who want to do anything with their eyes closed? Not nobody real. And another thing, you got kids, they do what they want to do sometime now and again, but spike punch is spike punch. At a party, everybody know the punch is spiked, okay? Everybody. That's not a secret. So that's not putting something on somebody that they didn't call upon themselves, okay?
Right.
That's a huge difference right there because everybody know the punch is spiked, and that's at your, you know, do or you don't.
Right, because they'll say
Do or
it's
you
jungle
don't.
juice. They got the
And-
jungle juice up there.
Listen,
And you
come on
already
now.
know that
Everybody
it's spiked,
know what
right.
it is. Yep, and guess what? Everybody wants the spike punch, but that's what they want, and they chose that.
You don't have
You
to
know,
drink.
from robbery to fraud to rape to imposters. You know, you are all of yours dead wrong, and you would never be real. You would never be real.
I
And
agree.
if they pursuing Bill Cosby, if they pursuing him, take him and give him the rest of his life. Because guess what? He's still a punk. He was a punk then, and he definitely a punk now. And anybody else, you know, who think it's a player to do something like that to somebody. And these men, watch out too now. Because I don't know the depth of these shenanigans the ladies got going on, but they getting got too. They getting got with everything though.
They robbing them,
everybody
setting them
keep
up,
their
and
head on the
everything.
swivel. Man, listen, and sometimes they get robbed with their eyes wide open. So let's talk about it. You know, everybody
hey.
needs to keep their head on the swivel for 2026. You know, and let's get rich, passive income, and hugs and love. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Player shit for real though.
I appreciate you, Toya,
Y'all
for
have a
calling
good day.
in. Hey, that's real. You know, it's rape. You know, and a lot of people want to, you know, throw it off, but Bill Cosby admitted that this is what he was doing. This is his own words. Hey, look, when we come back, we got Deja on the line. We got Andre. We're going to try to get to them when we get back. We got some talk to text. We got some chat. Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tori Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
Been listening to you guys for probably a month. It's some change now, and this is one of my favorite radio shows. And I'm 24, so like I used to think talk shows was like an old head thing, and y'all got me hooked.
Welcome to Truth Nation. We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
In a matchup fueled by speed, strength, and school pride. On Wednesday night, get ready for a city conference battle as the Bradley Tech Trojans take on the South Division Cardinals in a matchup fueled by speed, strength, and school pride. Big plays, loud crowds, and city conference bragging rights are on the line. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
I'm Angela Bassett.
As a first responder on screen, I know what it means to act fast in an emergency. In real life, the same urgency can save lives, especially when it comes to a food allergy. For 33 million Americans, one bite can turn an ordinary meal into a life-threatening reaction. And too often, they don't have the one thing that could save them: epinephrine. But emergencies don't wait. And when a severe reaction happens, being prepared makes all the difference. Now, there's a needle-free option, a new way to carry epinephrine that makes it easier than ever to be ready. No needles, no hesitation, because when the unexpected happens, the best thing you can do is be ready. Know the risk, know the options. Be ready to act. Learn more at foodallergy.org/ready-to-act.
This is the Tori Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
They gotta go, you don't know Tori, then you better know, yeah. All in the streets, people just know he a beast. He cannot go and get beat. Every gay type he repeat. Yeah, know how it go. He up in the news, you know how it go. He the KF, you know how the flow, you know he the flow. He be the Joe, he did the show, ayy. Tune in, better be in. You know he win, yeah. So low, yeah. Tori Lowe, you know you G, you know he win, ayy, yeah. This the Tori Lowe Show, this the Tori Lowe
101.
Show, this the Tori Lowe Show.
7 The Truth, Tori Lowe Show. We've been talking about this situation with the police chasing, and we've been talking about Bill Cosby admitting to getting Quaaludes from one of his buddies at a poker game that was thrown at his house, a gynecologist, just so he can drug the women. This is Bill Cosby saying this on the documentation. We got Deja on the lines. How you doing, Deja?
How you doing, Tori?
Blessings, Queen. How you doing?
So, I'm good. So I wanted to comment about the police chasing. I personally felt like, I believe that there was a segment or a part of the show where y'all was talking about them deploying drones. Right. I think that would be a perfect use of those drones. Mm-hmm. Because you know what? In some cases, I don't think that chasing would be good, because like you're obviously saying, there are a lot of people who obviously gotten killed over police involved chases, right? And innocent bystanders at that. And I think that to avoid damage, would be to deploy drones that can keep track of the cars, like kind of like a heat seeker, where the drone just locks in on the car and literally can be like an eye in the sky and view everything about that car, anyone getting out or in, license plate, whatever the case may be. That way they can track that person down and get them that way. Because, yes, chasing does involve putting multiple lives at risk, and people who aren't even aware of the chase either. And then on top of that, too, I think that cops should use their judgment as to when to chase. Mm-hmm. If somebody's deciding to run out because they don't want to pay a ticket or want to get ticketed, I don't think that's the perfect cause to chase somebody. I'm just being honest. Right. It's a ticket. You're going to ticket them. If it's anything worse than that, like possibly somebody, threatening somebody's life or just did something, then, yeah, I can see where you would use your judgment to chase that individual down. But then at some point during that chase, you would have to deploy the drone still to avoid any further damage. So that's my thinking on it.
I agree. That's why they got that pilot program. They got the drones on top of the 7th district ready to dispatch them, ready to fly overhead and try to track down some of these reckless drivers. Once you get on a trail of somebody that's reckless driving, I don't know how fast it would take the drones to actually fly over the situation. But you would think that it would be, it probably wouldn't be, too long before the drone is on top of it. You wouldn't think it would. How long you think from the time that the officer says, hey, I got a reckless driver here, they traveling in this area, from the time they can get that drone up to get over there, you know what I mean, couple minutes?
I'm just imagining this. It looks like science fiction to me. You know what I mean? Because you might even have the drone in the police car with them, and then he just pulls over.
Just open it up and let it fly.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully he's on a charger. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't want drones falling out the sky.
I mean,
I don't.
Suitcase charger.
That's why it's a pilot program. They gonna work out the the kinks.
How much
it's
you think
got to
I get
have
for the
some
city
kinks.
if it fell on me?
You could probably get paid. But what I'm saying is, okay, this is why they doing a pilot to figure out the kinks. How long these things stay in the air? What can it possibly do? Get some results on this. And I'm for that. I mean, I'm for it if it's for chasing, but I don't know if it's going to show up to a domestic situation. I think that these drones would work well with. It would cut down on the lives being lost when it comes to high-speed chase. That's how I feel about it.
I agree.
Now, everything else, I don't know. And if it's, I don't know if something happened and the drone will get to you faster than the 911 call. I don't know how they trying to use these drones, but perfect for high-speed chase. That way, when you think that the officer ain't following you, then all of a sudden you get out and get it and go in the crib, and they can bust you down. Right? They be hovering right over you. You know what I mean? And they get you, and the problem solved.
And the car's not getting wrecked either.
Right, and they not swerving and trying to do that Grand Theft Auto type driving that they be doing.
Think how many cars get stolen and then get totaled?
They say it's a whole, but 200. I think accidents or something like that. 200
something like that, yeah.
Some accidents out of what? How many chases?
The odds aren't great.
Right. So what I'm saying is, but I already spoke against this when Chief Flynn was in office. When they was trying to turn the chases back on, I was like, no, y'all don't need to be doing that because they're gonna be reckless in the north side. When they get on the north side, they don't care. They don't have no empathy, and they don't care who in the way. I'm just saying it could get. I had to stop a group of people from getting hit from a police chase. I'm gonna bring the video in tomorrow.
Show and tell.
Yeah, I got actual footage on a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, I done seen it far too much, and I know it's careless on you. You already chasing somebody who don't give a care about the community, and now you got people who really. So a lot of these police officers ain't from Milwaukee. They coming in from the outskirts, coming into the city, doing these chases. And if it was in their hometown or where they grew up, they would be more cautious. But since they coming from other places and they chasing people in the community, they don't really have nothing vested in this community like that to say, okay, we might hurt somebody during this chase. They just rolling. Okay. I'm just saying. But also, I want to get to this story. We talked about AI and how AI is now in the neighborhoods and everybody got a chance to use AI. Well, AI is being used negatively, too. An Illinois man is charged with AI-generated child pornography in Waukesha County. I didn't think AI would. Ain't that against the rules of the. Okay, let's check out this story, and then I got some comments because, we got some audio on this. Man uses AI to generate pornography in Waukesha. Let's listen.
That's barely been on the books a year, but prosecutors are using it against a 20-year-old man accused of using AI to virtually undress a 15-year-old girl he knew. As much as AI is heralded for its potential in medical research and many other fields, there is also a dark side. In 2024, Wisconsin became one of 45 states that criminalize AI-generated child pornography. Aidan Brewis of Illinois is now charged with 3 counts of possession of virtual child pornography after his girlfriend found it on his phone and reported him. Prosecutors say he manipulated Instagram photos of a 15-year-old Waukesha County girl using AI to depict her naked.
When I first heard about it becoming a law, it struck me that this is unconstitutional.
Criminal defense attorney Anthony Cotton isn't representing Brewis, but has another client facing the same charge.
What if you're a talented artist and you draw a picture that's very good, that maybe looks like it's a child? They could never criminalize you for drawing a picture, but somehow it becomes a 3-year mandatory minimum felony because a computer does it? No way.
The site Brewis is accused of using specifically states, quote, you can't use others' photos without their consent or if they are minors, and, quote, you are solely responsible for the content you generate. Still, Cotton says that shouldn't clear them of responsibility.
Why the hell aren't they prosecuting the companies that create the programs that do it? Like, shut this down and go after the companies creating AI programs that can produce this disgusting content.
Wow. I mean, I thought that there was violations. Most AI programs have a violation, like you can't do this because it's a violation of the technology, right? Why would they allow anybody to take somebody else's picture and say, generate this without no clothes on? You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't that be like a violation of the application? Or some AI programs out here that just don't have no community standards? See, and this is where you got to put the laws down to have these gates up on anybody that's kind of putting out anything that can generate AI. Because if you don't, Andrew, they'll just put you on there and say, okay, I want to see Andrew, running down the street pantsless. You know what I mean? Like, that shouldn't even generate. That shouldn't even be something that they option. That's wild. Well, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. We'll be joined by the advocate, the author, Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Williams, and I want to share with you the role that diabetes has had in my family. I lost my grandmother at the early age of 64 due to complications with diabetes. She was warm, generous, and a constant encouragement for me to follow my heart. Did you know that African Americans experience chronic kidney disease at a rate that's 25% higher than white Americans? And we're almost 4 times more likely to develop kidney failure. Diabetes and high blood pressure are leading causes of kidney disease, which can result in kidney failure, needing dialysis, or a kidney transplant. The good news is that you have the power to check out how well your kidneys are doing and learn ways to prevent them from failing. So go to your doctor and get yourself checked out. Visit linkbylovetv.org to learn more. Get the facts, get checked, and get healthy.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other, leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by FidelityWealthManagement.com. NBA team valuations are soaring into the billions. And Boston Celtics superstar Jaylen Brown thinks that players should be allowed a piece of teams so that they can benefit. And he compared it to how other big companies usually give top employees equity for years of service.
If you work for Apple or if you work for Nike or if you're a CEO, if you're someone that's been on the board for a large amount of time, you get equity in the company at some point, like you are a part of it. And I think athletes should be looked at in the same way.
That's Brown speaking on stage at a special Bloomberg event. He thinks it's only fair since players themselves help push team values higher with their performance on the court. The Celtics star took it a step further, suggesting the NBA add a new team owned by players. And Brown's word does carry some weight. He is vice president of the NBA Players Association. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. Former Packers head coach Mike McCarthy signed with the Steelers, a team he's always admired. Coach McCarthy at the podium.
All right, here we go. Thank you, Bart. I think I thought at least be able to get started.
Coach McCarthy says he wants Aaron Rodgers back in Pittsburgh for the next season. The Milwaukee Bucks continue to struggle as they lose to the 76ers 139-122. The team has now lost 7 out of their last 8 games.
Making 19 threes and a timeout coming from Milwaukee's bench. Doc Rivers can only watch and shake his head.
Their next game is in Washington against the Wizards tomorrow at 6 p.m. In college basketball, Marquette was able to get a win against Creighton, winning 86-62. The Badgers play Minnesota again tonight, but this time in Madison. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Do better. Low in the streets, you better know it's for the people trying to take the village back from the villains. Let them know it's a sequel. That boy heart so big, he can't fit inside a regal. No fraud, no tricks, no deceit, no evil. Tory Lowe, Tory Lowe, Tory Lowe on the low. Let me tell you about Tory Lowe, the shepherd of the street. Tory Lowe, the best kept secret. Tory Lowe, Tory Lowe.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Joining me as we broadcast live on the live feeds, we got the lovely advocate, author Elizabeth Brown. How you doing, Queen?
Hey, salute, King. Happy Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day. Now, we got a couple things going on, but I wanna definitely talk about this breaking news story that Bill Cosby is once again being brought up in this lawsuit, another lawsuit, but they're saying that they have documentation of Bill Cosby admitting under oath he refilled a recreational prescription for Quaaludes he got from a gynecologist at a poker game to serve the pills to women to have sex with them.
Tory, I mean, again, here we go. You know what I'm saying? Like, he about to die. He like, the Grand Reaper is his babysitter right now. I mean, what are we doing? Again, like, I know so many violators. Let's talk about just the industry in totality. The individuals who still got at least 10, 15 years and still trying to violate. Again, let's talk about the individuals that's on the Epstein list, okay? Right. On the flight plan. Can we get them arrested?
Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton didn't show up to the meeting. They didn't show up to the congressional hearing.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, that's what I have a problem with. Okay, you want to beat or address? He about to die. Okay, like he done been to jail. How about let's get some people again on this Epstein list who we know still dibbling and dabbling. Okay, let's talk about the individual. Twerk, my point exactly. So we're wasting money for somebody who the Grand Reaper is babysitting already. Like Bill, he probably ain't got no teeth in his mouth. Ain't no telling what's going on with his organs.
He ate too many pudding pops.
That too, okay? Because when we find out what was really in the pudding pops,
oh wow,
okay.
I never thought about that. He was looking crazy after he was licking on them.
That part, okay? That part.
Make that crazy face.
That again, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh wow,
everything means something. Okay, so that's why they had them over the pudding pops. I want to know, like, let's go back into the ingredients. It's a lot of people that we could be charging. Okay, so again, another distraction.
Also, MPD changes high speed chase policy. You know they got them drones. I mean, I guess
that part. Put it to work.
You know, I think that the drones may play a huge factor in reducing injury in the community if they can get them on top of these high speed chases. So I'm hoping that is where they transition into.
Sorry, that's where the drone should have been placed anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because again, that's the only where it logically makes sense. Because if I'm being robbed, if somebody breaking in my house, if I'm having a domestic dispute, don't pull up with no drone. I need a physical body to get somebody up off of me or to get me up off somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense. Because when we think about, usually and with the reckless driving, the person who reckless driving usually lives. It's the people who, unknowing, that don't have anything to do with that wind up getting hurt. But not only that, we've seen several times where even the officers who do these pursuits through these neighborhoods that, children and elderly is outside, it makes sense to use the drones strictly for that. But the sad reality is, ain't no telling what the hell they using the drones for. Again, there is no oversight in the city of Milwaukee. We done had how many times the police department is able to violate, and even when it's documented, they don't hold their word into doing what they said they was gonna do. They do what they want to do.
What's stopping them from flying the drone over their side chick house?
That part. We know it's some abuse. Again, we talked about it on your show a couple of years ago. Hey, look, we're talking about a police department that were raping individuals on duty. We all know Vagnini,
right,
who violated individuals, and then we seen it on the books where officers was violating women while on the clock and wasn't getting charged for that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, hey.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Also, we had a conversation about ICE coming to Milwaukee. A lot of people was putting up posts saying that ICE was over here, ICE was over there, and trying to create, a stir where, the real organizations were saying that they have, if they haven't said where, there are some real organizations out here that's watching ICE in Milwaukee.
Of course.
And a lot of people are trying to inflate what's going on with ICE, sensationalize it for clicks and views. But I say that's dangerous to do, because then if something truly happens, people are going to be like, it's just fraudulent information.
Absolutely. But again, it's a reality check. The regular folk is catching on to, what mainstream does, which is sensationalize certain things for clicks. And not understanding that the boy cried wolf story is for real.
Right.
And we know personally, because we done been out here in these marches and everything else, how things can go left real fast, and having individuals out here playing, which is what we see all the time, that when it really happens, nobody really able to react to it because now we're numb to it. With the games that's being played. And it's deadly, like you stated. And I think there should be, some repercussions to anybody who out here sensationalizing it and lying about it. And they need to be called to the carpet if it's nothing but a shaming that needs to take place for these individuals who playing, because it's not a game. It's definitely not a game.
Right. And that's why I say, like, when we out here, we get to meet all of the serious organizations that whatever their cause is, they're good at it. And many times when we talk about ICE, we talk about what's going on. A lot of people on the South Side, the Voices organization, many times we dealt with them with Joel Acevedo, and many times. So I get to see their posts, and when they say that some of this stuff is not real, I'm going to definitely believe them because they got their ears to the street, especially something that's going to grandly affect their neighborhood. So you got people out here trying to get people excited and get people worked up. And I always say, what's going on in Minnesota ain't happening right here in the city of Milwaukee. But they'll try to
not at all.
They'll try to deflect the conversation because they really want blacks to really feel some type of way about what's going on. And so they'll do that by any means necessary instead of waiting till it's a real situation that we have to address.
Absolutely.
Then you don't have to inflate it. If it's real, it's going to happen and people going to respond correctly.
It's just a reality check, King, that, again, like I said, an individual that's easily triggered is easily tricked. And the beautiful part about what's taking place now online is people is calling these people out. So salute to those who calling them out and making sure that we are having a rebuttal to the BS because it's fugazi, it's deadly, and what we can't do, especially as a community, is allow these individuals to continue to play in our face and allow it to go unpointed out and unchecked. So it's good that we're checking it. It's great that you're talking about it because, a lot of times individuals don't know what's going on, but Truth Nation is always tapped in. So tell somebody to tell somebody that it's a whole bunch of lies. And whoever these individuals are, if you know them, point them out. If you see them online posting it, report it. At the end of the day, we're not falling for it. It's not happening. Okay?
Well, look, when we come back, I want to get your final thoughts on the show today, Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app and 1017thetruth.com. Coming with straight truth.
We can do anything when it comes to being organized, when it comes to making sure that we're active, when it comes to making sure that we're holding people accountable and making sure that we get something out of the deal. Y'all don't know how to make deals. Y'all mad at Donald J. Trump because he's trying to make deals or trying to say that he's the master of the art of the deal. Well, okay, what deals is you trying to make?
Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Day 1. Diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day 1 is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. There's a sense of pride, community, and work ethic that's second to none. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. We've been here and will continue to be here for as long as you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is the Tori Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
If you ain't know, I get the pesos.
1017 The Truth. Tori Lowe Show. Joining me live, we got the advocate, the author Elizabeth Brown. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. Elizabeth Brown. Also, there's a question of the day where I was asking, what punishment should slumlords get, especially when people are going without heat and hot water in the dangerous cold weather?
I mean, I think there should be felonies attached to it, just like they able to, give us, when they give evictions and that follow us. Not only that, there should be after too many reports of people's lives being in danger, that they should have to give up some properties or be blocked from having properties, be forced to sell like they did with TikTok. Make them sell their properties. Again, these people like this who are habitual in people's human rights need not be able to be a landlord regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many violations there definitely should be stiffer penalties. Because like I stated, the ones that we have to pay when we don't pay rent, the evictions we know is like a felony to an individual because you unable to get certain housing. That's something that people can red tape you. There should be some type of system that clocks these slumlords, and two, not only a money stipend, because what is $50,000 to a millionaire? That's pennies, okay? With these violations, there should be some type of system that's clocking them, that if certain things are not met and if there's more than one violation on these individuals, that they should be charged with some type of, because it should be a crime, especially in the state of Wisconsin.
Especially
when we're talking about people's lives.
Especially when they're paying the We Energy bill.
Come on.
They can't even use
Come
it.
Come on. They should be held liable. Like the individuals who are suffering right now should be able to get a lawsuit together. One, sue them because they need to be paying We Energies, being that they pay they We Energies and still can't get energy. Okay. But again, these are the Uncommon Council and individuals who are quick to make adjustments and get these statutes and these laws passed on the citizens. Make them do some work, because we have to also know that these individuals also know is some type of revenue kickbacks that these slumlords is able to get. And we need to know how much money is this individual like Barada, how much is he giving back to the community? Because we see how much he taking.
Well,
and the violations that he's causing.
Almost freezing to death. You know what I mean? Like,
my point exactly. But I can guarantee you, if we follow the money.
Well, he could be making campaign donations. Anybody can make campaign donations. He could be throwing out that campaign money, because I always tell people, sometimes a lot of the politicians that are running our community are controlled by those that put the money to get them there.
They pay for it, some of these judges, absolutely. It's a dirty game. And like I said, follow the money and you'll find the culprits, okay? But again, I think we definitely need to be looking into, especially with the winters that we have here in Wisconsin, especially in Milwaukee, for those of us, because a lot of us are forever renters. And that's a sad reality. And again, we know that they really don't care about us. And this is why we have to make sure we're paying attention to the skin folk that ain't kinfolk. Because when we look at the older people that's in half of these districts where this guy owns these properties, they look just like us. Okay.
Right.
And like I said, if they can shut down a nightclub where people have lost their lives, or outside, and they shut down the establishment that had nothing to do with it, they should be able to shut down these slumlords and force these individuals to lose their properties, or put together some type of system where this person can't go nowhere and own nothing without there being, an uproar.
It's sad that the elders started out this year freezing to death, in some of these apartment buildings. And last year we saw them scream about what's going on with Hackham. And during the cold weather, the elder said, and this is what stuck out to me, she said, something extreme is going to have to happen to one of us in these conditions for the community to really come out and make some real change. And that's sad, because we're talking about
it's been proven.
We got press conferences going on, people trying to give mark. We already know the people freezing. What you trying to do? I don't need you to come up and tell me that they freezing. We know they freezing.
That part. What you doing about it?
If you are the elected official, you should have put that pen to the paper and put some real restrictions out here. I hate when
real
politicians get up there and they quote what we already know what's been going on without any
obvious
to the paper. You got to go in there in your office, sit down and be a lawmaker and write something up and present that. Don't just be out there frivolously using, saying you understand the pain. No, because they got to leave that press conference and go right back to the Cole apartment unit.
Period. Or somewhere else. And then we have to make sure that we understand, and this is for our elders, because again, we know that they're the dedicated voting blocks. These are the people, and like I said, these elected officials, the do nothings, what I call them. We know that they can put the pen to the paper, because during the pandemic and everything else, they made sure it was, restrictions on us if we were caught in parties bigger than 10. They made sure there was a fine, $1,000 fine that we're able to get hit with. So we know they're able to do it when it comes to taxing us.
Well, week 8267 says, hey, Tori and Liz, what I heard, Barada properties are the largest property tax base for the city of Milwaukee.
Sound about right?
Well, what I'm saying is he got 9,000 units? He probably paying a lot of property taxes. He probably is paying a lot of property taxes. He got
doubt.
He got enough properties and units. I don't know if he's the largest.
He should.
But he probably in the race.
Not only that, the player price that he got to come in and buy. Again, we know one thing for sure and two for certain, that palms are being greased in the city of Milwaukee. We know that.
Oh, the palms got chicken grease on them. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Literally. Nice and greasy. Absolutely.
Hey.
But again, one thing we do know though, King, like we know that they have the ability to make changes. We got to stop allowing them to play in our face and tell us what we already know. Don't tell us what we know. Tell us what the hell you gonna do about it.
Hey,
okay?
Check this out. They got a ticket with your name on it as a resident in the city.
Period.
But when you freezing to death, they can't do nothing for you. They can only do something against you. That's wild.
That part. That part.
Wow.
Let that sink in. Make that make sense.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here we go. They said,
hey, let's get it, King. I'm here for it.
Milwaukee turning into Gotham City, man. I mean,
it's been that.
Hey, that's why I said it's been like that. Hey, look, they want you to go out and
people
fight.
Just waking up to it.
They want folks to go out there and fight ICE, but they ain't trying to stop people from turning into a block of ICE.
Make that make sense.
Wow.
Come on. That part.
Wow. All right, well, Quinn,
That part,
I appreciate
King.
you for being on the front lines as usual.
Hey, as always,
we got
King,
a lot
salute.
of work to do. Hey,
one love.
Don't freeze. Keep your feet warm, I guess.
You already know I am. Hug it up.
All right. All right.
All right,
everybody that joined the show today, I appreciate everybody that called in, that added to the show today. Salute to everybody in the chat. Another powerful chat. Hey, look, if y'all have not joined the chat, y'all missing out. Amazing chat today. Hey, look, what I don't understand is how they can give you more taxes. They can penalize you. They got extra parking tickets in the budget for you. But then when you freezing to death, or when you need the aid and the help to work in your favor, it's crickets. Look, keep your head on the swivel. Green don't always mean go and look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you, Dr. Ken Harris. Up next.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy.